Hello and welcome back to Budget Bargains MBS. I'm Gemma and today we are doing a prep with me for 2023. That rhymed. I didn't mean it to. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at what we're going to be doing in 2023. We're also going to be starting to do this this week, the end of November, so that I don't know, just so that I've got a little bit of a change up and we're ready for next year, basically. So if you've watched my channel before, you'll know that I switched to just challenges recently, and I'm now going to be switching back to doing some sinking funds because I do think we need to get a crack on with them ready for next year. Everything for this year is pretty much done now. We've got our birthdays out the way, Christmas presents have been sorted, I've got my Christmas spending money to spend for my husband's presents, he's got money to spend for my presents. Everything's kind of just out the way. We've got no huge bills coming up, which is a blessing. And yeah, I just want to get this done and get started with it, basically. So I have shown these before, so that's empty. We'll come to that in a minute. This is my new envelope setup, but we're going to be taking that out and sorting them. So these envelopes are from Budget with Ped. They are so bloody adorable. They are the Boho Daisy. I think I've got that right. I said it wrong last time. I apologise for this. It's some sort of sticky, I don't know. Right, so this is the file that we've been using, binder, This is the binder that we've been using recently, and we're going to get that all out as well and start completely fresh. So this is going to be put into one of these. I've got another one for that. This is spending money for my husband's Christmas presents. I'm going to just keep that to one side. It's not going to go into a file. I'm going to put it into the safe, and then it's going to be spent next week. So yeah, it's not going to be there long. And then we've got our challenges. Now, at the minute, the only one that's actually being used is this one, but we'll come to them in a minute as well. So I've also recently got another set of these because I hadn't quite got all of the ones that I wanted. So that's her little where's the camera? There we go. So yeah, give her a follow, go to her Etsy store. Even if you're not somebody who particularly needs to purchase anything from any Etsy store, definitely go. It doesn't matter who it is, if you want to support somebody, just go and favorite their shop and like their items, because that kind of sets it off a little bit. I think it's something, I don't know, algorithm, I don't know what it's called, but basically that means that more people will see their store, and yeah, it helps and it's a nice thing to do. So I always try and do it. So yeah, and then she's obviously got an Instagram and a YouTube channel, so I'll just pop that over there. And it comes with a cute little freebie for Thanksgiving, which is just adorable, and I'm going to put that into here with all the other ones that I haven't got round to just yet. So that's that. Right, so you've already seen these if you've seen my other video, so I'll show you what we've got here. So food, which is obviously going to be a replacement for that. Flights, accommodation, Cooper, that's my Labrador, emergency, beauty, excursions, miscellaneous, mini break, and transport. So let's section these off into 3. Transport, and I'll explain in a minute where they're going to be for. Mini break, miscellaneous, excursions, beauty, emergency. Do I put this one? Pop it there. Accommodation, flights, food, car insurance, home insurance, holidays, car maintenance, car tax, health, clothing, days out, gifts, household, Christmas, and Happy Mail. So I've got 3 piles because I've obviously got 3 binders. Now let's figure out what we're doing. I'm a bit all over the place. I think I'm just trying to rush, and I shouldn't. I should just take it nice and slow, because when you rush, you do things wrong. So this pile is all to do with holidays, vacations, and just going out, basically. We're going to put them in order of what I think. So holidays first, flights, I think they're actually in order already, accommodation, transport, excursions, and I'm going to put mini break at the front. Oh goodness. We enjoy going away, whether it's in the UK, whether it's abroad, and I do want to be a lot more prepared in the future. I have made a few mistakes this year in terms of holidays and going a bit over budget and whatnot. So I want to prevent that from happening. So a mini break is like our weekend away to London that we've got coming up in January, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. Holidays is just generic, so this is kind of like a miscellaneous. We'll just put a little bit in here as a sort of just in case. Flights, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Accommodation. Now, obviously, if we're staying in the UK, we just wouldn't use flights. We'd just use accommodation. Transport is anything. So that's either parking at the airport, or if we're traveling somewhere in the UK, obviously for fuel and parking in the UK. It's also for transport whilst if we do go abroad. So any transfers from the airport to the hotel, or whilst we're in and around whatever country it is, taxis, bus fares, anything like that. That's for that. Excursions, self-explanatory, and that is that one done. So we'll stick that there. And we'll go on to our second one. So this is going to be kind of like a short term, yeah, that makes sense. Short term. There isn't really an order for this, to be honest. It's kind of just whatever comes whenever. Yeah, because it's short term, it kind of just changes probably month by month in regards to what's important the most. For example, gifts is obviously for birthdays, and I have like certain months within the year which are a lot more busy with birthdays than I do in others. So January, I don't have any birthdays. March, I have 2. July, I have 2, and you know, things like that. So it will change up, but yeah, you get the gist. So I am going to take this money out of here from our food envelope and pop it into this one. So I am trying to start to do a monthly shop instead of weekly. Well, what will happen is I'll do one big shop with all of the big items, the, you know, cans of pop and batch cook some stuff. But then obviously on a weekly basis, I'll be able to just nip to the little shop and buy milk, bread, that kind of stuff. So obviously I've been saving up whatever's left over in my purse throughout November, and I've popped it into here now, ready for the beginning of December. And I'll continue to do that throughout December until we get to a point where we've fully sort of gone to a monthly shop. I don't think December will be quite a monthly shop. I think I'd need about £200 at least. And there's only 55 in here at the minute. So December will be like a half and half. And then hopefully January will be a full monthly shop. But we'll see. We'll see. Gifts, like I say, it's birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that. I don't really buy for anniversaries, but you know what I mean. It's anything really. Days out, obviously, that's self-explanatory. Clothing, self-explanatory. Health. This is just opticians, dentists, that sort of stuff. We definitely need to book in next year. Beauty. Yeah, obviously I take out cash for my husband to go to the barbers, for me to go to my salon appointment. I'm going to start hopefully stuffing it a month in advance fingers crossed, everything goes to plan. It'll be hopefully a month in advance, so that's what that's for. Happy Mail, self-explanatory. Miscellaneous, again, I kind of need to know what would fall under miscellaneous, because I don't want to end up using that money for the wrong thing, like takeaways, etc. Because I do want to avoid having takeaways completely if it was up to me. Because I just don't want to have them. So then obviously this binder is going to be long term. We'll pop Christmas right at the back because that is for next year. And then we will try and get these in the right order if we can. Where are we? Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So once I've popped these in, we'll explain a little bit. Emergency. I mean, that's self-explanatory. I do not have a great relationship with an emergency fund. It's a love-hate relationship. Yeah, right now I have nothing in an emergency fund, and that's really bad. But hopefully next year we can change our ways and we can become better. And yeah, let's just try and stay focused. Cooper. Now, the reason I put this in long term is because he obviously has his vet appointment once a year for his vaccinations and also for a checkup. But I also do want to get him the old snipperoo, which I don't know quite how much that is. So that's why it's in long term. His food and like bits like that, I just put that as part of my bills. Because I get his food like once every 2 months, and same with his fleeing and worming now, so that's just part of bills. I'm not going to cash stuff that. Car insurance, that's due in, I think it's April, so that's kind of like the first big bill in a way. That's about £300 to £400. Home insurance is due in June, well, the end of June. That's between 100 to 200. Household. Now, I should really have put home for this, but I don't know why I put household. But yeah, it's anything household, but mainly for like big items, like I need to get the garden done. I want to change the sink downstairs. Yeah, it's for those little niggly bits that I want to get done in the house that cost an arm and a leg, basically. Car maintenance, obviously that's for MOT and service. I'm not sure how much it will be. I think this year it was about £500, but they did say that's because it needed like a full service, and next year it might be about, I think, between 200 to 300. So that's that. Car tax, this year I actually saved up 150. Right, it completely just cut me off because my phone storage was full. So I can't remember where I got up to, but basically I saved up 150 this year. I put it into my Monzo pot, and I'm really glad that I did that. It was a lifesaver. However, it did come to 165, so it has gone up, which is just annoying, isn't it? So yeah, this year we need to save that little bit extra. I'll probably try and save 200 just to be on the safe side. Christmas, self-explanatory, and yeah, we're doing that. That's just not a priority right now at all. So that's why it's at the back. So obviously I've got 3 binders. These are now filled with sinking funds, which then kind of gives me a little bit of like uncertainty on what to do in regards to savings challenges. I don't really want to buy another binder, to be honest, because, yeah, I just don't want to. They're expensive. But I don't know. We'll see about that. But what I do know is that I've shown this in a video before. Was it last week or the week before? I don't know. But basically, I'm going to be doing this as a savings challenge for next year. Now, I've got a couple of options. So I might try and do like both of these in this tin. In regards to the 52-week challenge, what I'll probably do is do it backwards so it makes it easier. And what I'll also probably do is, let's say on week 52, I'll probably round it up to 60 and do 52 and 8. So I probably won't do it the way it should be done, you know, 1 to 52 and doing it in order that way. Just purely because I don't really want coins in here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do, I think, is just like add them up together and make a certain amount to put into here in notes. But I also do have this one, which I quite like, but I might put that into household. I made this myself. If they are free for anybody to download, on my Instagram, I've put a link tree in my bio. Look at me getting all jazzy and snazzy. It took me like 3 hours. And you should be able to find the savings challenges, download them and print them, the ones that you want. There's loads on there. I've made some new ones as well. Anyway, I also have this one, which I kind of want to do as well. So I don't know. We'll see. If we can, I might. I mean, it might be pushing it a little bit, but I might try and do all 3 in this pot. We'll see. So that is like my priority savings challenge for next year. The second one that I'm going to be doing, is this. So originally I was going to do this as like a 100 envelope challenge, but I've just got fed up of making these envelopes. I've made that many. I don't want to make any more. So this is a pencil case from Sainsbury's. It was reduced and I made these envelopes to go inside. The paper that I've used is from Home Bargains, and then obviously just laminating sheets. I don't know how many envelopes I've got here. I could give them a quick count, couldn't I? 1, 2, 3. I think there's 42. I think. I might have counted wrong. So what I'm doing with this is it's going to have between £5 to £15 in each envelope, depending on what I can afford that week. The minimum I put in is £5. The maximum is 15. So let's just quickly work that out. So if I do £5 a week at 42 weeks, that's £210. But if I put the maximum 15 at 42, that's 630. So yeah, just for something different. These 2 are my priority and pretty much my only savings challenges for next year. I will be doing these. They're not going to go to waste, but they're kind of like back up with whatever's left over. It'll be my sinking funds, these 2 challenges, and then they are my like last priority. I really enjoy doing savings challenges. I do, but I kind of feel like I need to simplify it a little bit. So that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that's going to be happening next year. And yeah, everything else is going to stay the same. I'll still be using my Saffiano, which I know a lot of people have started to hate now. A lot of people have stopped using them. Mine is tatty and horrible, and I understand why people don't like using it anymore. I only use it on a Friday and a Saturday usually when I do my weekly shop, because I do everything all at once. I do my weekly shop, I do my fuel, buy the tobacco, and then what I do is then I take my spending money out and I put it into my little purse for the week. This just helps me see how much I've got for each thing. So for fuel, for tobacco, for food, and then yeah, I just leave the change in here and I just leave it on my desk and just completely forget about it basically for the rest of the week. And I think that's actually helping me, because the money that's left, if I carry this around with me, and let's say I've got some change from the food shop, I'd end up spending that change. Whereas because I leave this at home, just take out any spending money and put it into here, I just forget about this. So that's why for the past like 3 weeks, I think it is, I've actually had some money left over. So at the end of the week, which is fabulous. Anyway, I need to go and get a drink because I have spoken way too much. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we're going to get started with our sinking funds next week. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes to plan. See you next time. Bye.